Hey there, thinkers. Welcome back to another episode of Critical Hit. My name is Est.
And I'm Pin. And sorry I've been away for a few days. I've had one hell of a cold. Est's been taking care of me. She's been doing pretty good. But there's been some breaking news, and we want to pass it on with you guys today to discuss this. So what are we looking at here? This is an article from Deadline. Insidious. Looks like they're projecting it will be, the horror movie Insidious will beat Indiana Jones this upcoming weekend. So this says with 31 million opening. Of course, that's just projections. They don't know that yet.
Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Insidious is on its 5th movie as well.
Is it the 5th movie now?
I do believe so.
I mean, it's a pretty good horror franchise.
It is. But I mean, how many times can you kill off their characters?
Yeah, but I mean, crazy thing is this is a low-budget production film.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
For a horror movie. Against, I've heard rumors now, up to a $325 million,
oh my God,
tent pole movie, for Lucasfilms, which is, this is the biggest movie for, supposed to be, I think, Disney in general.
To be honest, they're supposed to be the biggest draw, drawer of crowds. Like, when you bring crowds in and
tentpole film.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is what it's supposed to be. That was supposed to be Indiana Jones, that water cooler movie. Everyone
comes over, everyone talks about it, everyone screams how much awesome it was.
Well, when you invest that much money into it,
you'd think it would.
Well, it has to.
Banking on it, in fact.
So I've actually heard a rumor now from WDW Pro, and I can put his channel down as a link, because he's pretty good as far as rumors go about at least getting them right. And right now he's saying that they're cutting all non-contractually obligated marketing right now for Indiana Jones. So that means is, if they don't already have it paid for, ready to go out.
No more extra marketing for it.
Yeah, they're considering it essentially dead at this point. Because, I mean, let's just check.
That's too bad.
Box office for Indiana Jones right now. Now this is a little delayed. I think this is as of last Thursday still. But $164 million worldwide. We haven't done the actual calculations on it. But you're talking about a $325 million production. Who knows what the marketing is? Even putting $100 million in there. I mean, they're going to lose $300 to $400 million on this one.
What do you do when that happens? How does she still have a job?
Well, that's crazy, right? Kathleen Kennedy, CEO of Lucasfilms, is Kathleen Kennedy. And she has some pretty good production credits to her name. She did Jurassic Park. She did E.T. She did a lot of all the Indiana Jones films. Actually, co-producer.
Exactly.
This was always with George Lucas. So her husband too at the time. But anyways, at what point do you say now? I don't want to say Star Wars is killed. The interest is definitely gone, though. She took the wind out of the sails of it for sure after the last trilogy. And so it was Star Wars to Willow, now Indiana Jones, and that's all 3 properties I think Lucasfilms has. What do you have left after that?
You don't.
And I'm sorry, but Star Wars had that strong female lead, and Rey Palpatine.
Well, yeah, she.
And now we have, I can't even remember her name in Indiana Jones anymore. Wombat, I'm going to call her.
Yeah, Wombat, I think
Phoebe
it was.
Waller-Bridge.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. That same strong female lead wanting to take over the reins from our heroes. We lost Luke Skywalker, now Indiana Jones. I gotta say, it's not
only
working.
because they've aged out, and they're just like, hey, you know what? Now you're a sad old man, and you're like, why does all of your main characters, your male leads, wind up having no children, having no happy life, happy wife, nothing there.
Well, and they could have gone somewhere really good with this. They could have gone anywhere where they weren't just decrepit old men who hate life now.
Exactly. And they have to get this little strong know-it-all freaking coming in and being better than they are.
And Mary Sue. This is
exactly. Super annoying.
It's just frustrating because why do you make these perfect people now when you could have ended off a character's arc incredibly well, but you didn't. Instead, you diminished what they were in order to build up something that no one really wanted.
I'm sorry, I can't relate to perfect.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and don't get me wrong. When I first saw Rey as Jedi, I was kind of excited. I wanted John Boyega in the trailers. I thought it was cool. And then, when it went to Rey, I thought, you know what, not so bad. Let's see how this goes. And took till the second movie till I was like, nope, absolutely hate this. I didn't enjoy it great in the first, but I thought I was open to the concept.
You can be gifted, but not perfect.
Do you know what would have been cool if they made them both force sensitive,
right?
And then they had to play off each other to beat. That would have been pretty cool. But
yeah, that would have been
anyways,
super cool. I mean, take notes, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, if you can hear me.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least in some respect.
Anything else would have been better.
They really didn't do a good job, did they? But now that's all 3 franchises. At what point do you say, Kathleen Kennedy has not done a good job at Lucas? She's killed the 3... Willow wasn't a major franchise, but she's killed 3 franchises now.
Well, Harrison Ford must absolutely hate her. Like, first it was Star Wars, and killed him off of Han Solo, right?
Well, yeah, but he wanted to die. He wanted to die back in the originals.
But still.
And to be honest, I've actually heard that he wanted to be not playing the same character in this new one, just to give his acting chops a little bit more of a, out there so people could see what he can do a little better than playing the same character over again. I've heard that. But again, that's just an actor doing it. Overall, as a director, producer, you're responsible to make that story good or not.
Yeah, but I feel like he's just an old 90s action hero.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I miss my old 90s action.
But it's now 2020. It's 30 years past its due. I think that, maybe move forward to a new generation of cool people. Not just, tearing apart the old people.
Well, yeah, and you can move forward to a new generation. Although I don't think...
a Phoebe person.
Well, I don't think Mary Sue is the way to go.
No, it's not.
Make it someone interesting. And
she's not relatable.
Well, yeah, and give that character a good send-off. Give that character a good send-off. If you want to expand the franchise in somewhere else.
Instead, they freaking just murder them. Murder them with no remorse and say, well, I guess you're too old now. See you later.
Yeah, well... I think Indiana Jones was really good if they said it a 3-film contained series.
Yeah.
Star Wars could have carried on for a long time, I think. It doesn't have to be contained in the Skywalker saga, but I think it's a bigger universe than that.
I'm just sick of this strong female lead. Do away with it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
So, as we said, as you can see up here, not doing so well. This is another story. So, Indiana Jones also, this is July 4th from Box Office Mojo. It lost the kingpin here, lost the crown to Sound of Freedom on July 4th.
Which I heard is very controversial.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to see it.
They have a big thing, too, is they have half the theaters. Sound of Freedom only half the theaters.
Isn't that their budget, though?
Yeah, their production budget was $14.5 million. Actually, do you know what's kind of funny? Is that Fox Studios owned the rights to this movie. They made it.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to produce it and distribute it for some reason. So in 2018, they shelved it. Angel Studios acquires the rights, and they crowdfunded to get it out. And then they're releasing that. And of course, Fox Studios is a subsidy of Disney.
Oh my gosh, of course it is.
So now they could have been making this money, but they're not making it, which is just hilarious. They lost to their own film, but distributed by a different company now.
Oh,
that was crowdfunded. Disney didn't want to put it out, and I don't know why Disney didn't want to put it out.
Really? You don't think that Disney wanted to put it out because maybe it's so controversial that it goes against what everything Disney is?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, so I got another article up here that we're going to show.
Oh, yes, the QAnon-hinged thriller.
So maybe this is why Disney didn't want to put it out. I haven't seen it, so I don't want to prejudge.
I mean, I don't want to prejudge either, but did you know, fun fact, he is the same actor who played in Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
And then Mel Gibson directed both of these films.
Did he? I know Mel Gibson did Passion of the Christ. Crazy.
Yeah. Very controversial back then, too.
Yeah, so this actor, I can't remember his name right now. He's also in Count of Monte Cristo, so I was thinking of him as. But,
Jim Caviezel? Is that how you say his last name?
I'm not sure. But I did read that he said it was his second most important film that he think he's ever done, next to Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, exactly. So. And he is a very religious-based actor. He only plays a few select movies and roles. So the way that he went about this, I think is wants me, I want to go see this film now.
Well, it's telling to me that they call it a QAnon-tinged thriller.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. It makes me more interested to see it. This is from mainstream media, Rolling Stones, which is crazy to think that it went this far. If it is there, I'm willing to, go give it a see. I'm curious.
But why would they be trying to bash it so much, saying don't see this movie? It's a thriller. It's a conspiracy theory. Don't listen to it. It's fake. It's too much.
You know what? I'm going to say my judgment until I see the movie. But now it's got me interested because, I just, to see something like this, and I like to consider myself a pretty rational person. Mm-hmm. I'd like to think if I believe this or not. I know for sure that this is based on true events. which is kind of crazy to me that it's based on true events, true organizations.
Yeah, and then they're actually
they're calling it QAnon,
yeah.
which is so. Anyways, it's got me interested, and maybe we'll do a review on it.
My little tinfoil crown needs adjusted.
Yeah, I like to stay awake for conspiracy theories, but in this one, it's got me interested that they're going to go this far on it. But
I'm excited. I really want to see this movie. And especially like Mel Gibson, he's behind it too. Like he was out talking about this kind of stuff in 2018 when this movie was first released. And I'm super thrilled.
Yeah, it's got me curious now. Hollywood's really trying to hide this child trafficking thing.
Huge.
Let's not go too far in the conspiracy until we watch this. Anyways, you got anything else?
No, I have absolutely nothing else. If you guys want us to review this movie, or if you want to know more about this movie, I'm interested in this, and I will let you know more if you want to see that.
Yeah, I'm happy to research it, watch it, and see what we can tell you guys, give you some true hard facts on it. But let us know in the comments. Big news today. Indiana Jones not doing so well, might lose $400 million, and we might review Sound of Freedom. We'll see.
Absolutely.
Movie theater, here we come.
Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.
See you in the next video, guys.
Bye.